YouTube is full of videos about good knives. It's full of videos about bad knives. It's high time that someone makes a video about weird knives. This is 3 Weird Knives, and I'm your host, JJJinks.
Let's get weird.
Another one of these. My favorites. Well, let's just get right into it. For the first knife, we have something that is tactical, outdoor, and rescue. And that is the tagline for the company, Snake Eye Tactical. Or maybe it's just Snake Eye. I thought it was Snake Eye Tactical. Well, whatever. So this is a tactical, outdoor, and rescue knife. Now, I want you to visualize. You are trapped in your car. You know, maybe it's on fire or something. The rescuer shows up at your window and says, "Don't worry, I'll get you out of there. I've got my knife." Yes, the knife of first responders everywhere. You got one of those silhouette things that you see like on the mud flaps of a truck from 1977. And well, let's just open it up and see what else we got. Oh, that was interesting. The knife prevented itself from opening. That's so tactical. It came with this lanyard, which is really just a nylon shoestring, and look what happened. That's not good. It is open assisted. It's also open preventative? Well, on the blade we also have some graphical things. We have the word love and some nice sort of viney leaves. I have no idea what kind of plant that could be. It's kind of strange looking. And then on the other side, it's kind of the same thing, but not the word love. And we have some information on the blade. SE9285, probably a model number. 420 stainless steel, China. Finish isn't that great. There's some dust. Looks like there's a ding right there. Oh, no. That's part of the graphic. Hey, we got a little bit of plant on the flipper tab as well. Let's just do a walk around. Centering, not good. I kind of felt that collide with the liner, so already you're in trouble. Ambidextrous thumb studs. You got a low-riding pocket clip, the 3-screw kind that kind of goes around the pivot. Looks like T6s, and pivot, probably a T8. Like I said, came with the lanyard, so obviously it has a lanyard hole. And the lockup, that's actually fine. That's pretty perfect. And it's on Teflon or nylon spacers. Just a hint of play in both directions, actually. Not enough to cause any problems, but it's there. And we got one of those like straight back style blades. Let's check the consistency on this thing. It's good up until about right here. I feel something. And then it gets rough towards the tip. Matter of fact, this is going to be hard to show in the light. There might be a burr there, or maybe even a roll. See that? I'm feeling that with my my dowel technique, which I guess it hasn't caught on because I've never seen anyone else do it. Yeah, I just thought it was a funny knife that came from this company that spouts these key buzzwords: tactical, outdoor, rescue, 1977 trucker knife in purple. Now, they made these in a lot of different colors, so it is collectible. I don't know what's going on up here. I think that's supposed to be a rose or some kind of a blooming flower with a butterfly and what is that supposed to be? It looks almost like I don't know. Maybe it's another bug. Well, that's the first knife. Speaking of bugs, I got this little brown cardboard box knife. This one I got from Wish.com. This one I got from Amazon, I'm pretty sure. This knife it's little. The sticker just has a bunch of Asian characters, Chinese probably, model number, and it says multicolor. It is a bug. A cicada, actually, and there's a picture of it on the box too, in monochrome. This knife was very inexpensive, Wish.com price, a couple of bucks, but I thought it looked really neat. It's actually kind of well done. The print, it's colorful. I mean, cicadas, some of them do have bright colors on them. They're such weird insects. Some of them like hibernate for, what is it, like there's 14-year ones and 20-year ones, and it's fascinating stuff. So it's kind of teardrop shaped in the style of a cicada, and it's got the wings, and with the way it's printed, the wing parts are like kind of raised a little bit, so it's got a little bit of texture to it. It is open assisted. This is one of those knives where the lockup is I don't know what to call it, pseudo slip joint. It's just got that sprung piece of steel with a detent bearing that sticks into a little corresponding receptacle on the blade, so you can kind of do it like that, so yeah, kind of slip joint. It's also open assisted. It has a little bit of a spring to it starting right about there. Yeah, well, what would look cool is if there was another blade on the other side to make it look like wings. So let's walk around this one. The centering is also not very good. Not colliding, though. It does have liners, so the artistic print on it is another piece that goes on top. Yeah, they're separate pieces. Whole thing is held together with 2 screws, one at the pivot and one at the bottom. They are different sizes. Also, probably T6, T8, I'm guessing. Good luck finding it if you drop this in the woods. It'll just blend in with the other bugs, I guess. Especially during cicada season. Don't let them catch you carrying this. On the blade, it says D2. I mean, it could be D2 steel. It's not that expensive, and it's a little blade. It's possible. Probably not, though. And it has a lanyard hole all the way down there. Yeah. Lockup seems fine. The thing does the thing. The type of spring assistance, this is going to be hard to see. There's a little cutout in there with a piece of steel that also kind of provides that spring action when it pushes against a post that's on the blade. One thing I kind of like about it is the contrast between the black and metallic finish between the liners and the blade, and how they line up pretty well, kind of flush. It's just a neat look to it, I guess. This blade is consistent across the board. I don't feel any imperfections. Let's see how sharp it is. I hate to ruin this box, though. I got paper somewhere, don't I? How about this? The manual to my window air conditioner. Oh. Oh. Okay, getting it started is a little rough, but once it goes, that's pretty impressive. And I slid it all the way down the belly of the blade, so there's that consistency. The grind could use a little work, though. It's a little bit uneven. You see that? Definitely hand tooled. It's better on this side, though. Yeah, really interesting. Now, they did sell these, and I think a monochrome version, kind of like on the box, but I had to go with the color one. That one was the most fun. So I'd like to see other insects made into knives. Did they make a praying mantis knife? Or how about a cockroach knife? It's pretty similarly shaped to this, right? I think it would be neat to have a whole collection of different insects, so it could blend across 2 categories of hobbies: knife collecting and insect. What do they call people who are into insects? Bug people? Bug collectors? Insectophiles? Ugh. Well, maybe I should just end the segment there and go on to the next knife. Okay, disclaimer. When I bought this one, also from Wish.com, I got it for like $5 or $6. It came in an older style cold steel package. So this is a counterfeit. It's not actually cold steel. I did not know when I bought it. I just saw the picture of the knife, and I was like, yep, that's going on 3 Weird Knives. Click. And I'm like, oh, it's a counterfeit. Oops. But, I mean, it is an older model. This is actually a product that Cold Steel made at one time. I think I tried to find a legit one, but they were either really expensive or just not sold anywhere. But here it is. It is one of those brass knuckle style knife combinations. So, yeah, those are always fun. Very uncomfortable. It's because it's like straight. It just puts a lot of strain on the outer fingers. I mean, I guess you could, do some damage with it, I guess. It's got a glass breaker on the bottom, so in addition to punching someone's lights out, you can then rescue them out of their car. And you got an interesting looking pocket clip. It's kind of a paddle looking thing, so you could slip this into your pocket, I suppose, although, I don't know, it's so big. Will it even fit? We have a two-tone thing going on, kind of a very, very light blue-gray color on this knife part, and then more of a shiny, polished metal for the knuckle guard. Just looking at it, it's pretty obvious the way it works. There is a hinge here, so you bust it open like that, and then you can deploy the knife. Oh, there it goes. And it's got the black and satin finished blade with the fake Cold Steel logo. There's the model number, if you ever want to look it up, B088. Don't remember the year they came out with this, but it was quite a long time ago. And then you can shut the brass knuckles and, oh, well, now look what you can do. You can rescue somebody, punch them in the face, and then cut up a steak after you bring them out to a nice dinner. The blade is a partially serrated drop point blade. The edge, the grind, the bevel, as it were, looks actually pretty good on this one. We have a little teeny tiny fuller up here and on both sides, which has also been painted black. I just thought that was a really unique kind of mechanism where you swing this open, deploy the knife, and you gotta swing it closed. And now it's kind of like a trench knife in that way, Kind of a neat concept. I'm sure other people have come up with it too. Screws all over the place. You got screws holding the knuckle duster portion apart. Screws for the body of the knife. A little bit of jimping way down here for some reason. The knife is liner locked. Let's have a look at the lockup. It's a dark knife, kind of hard to see, but it looks fine. I can see, Teflon or nylon spacers in there. It was open assisted and it opened just fine. And not a lot of room for the blade, but the centering is actually really nice. Let me try to get the light down to the tip there. That's good centering. This is well made. I don't know how it would compare to the real one because I don't have the real deal. I just have the cheapo knockoff, and it's fidgety in that way. I think it would be interesting to separate these and just kind of play with the knife itself, because it's got these triangular pieces that correspond to these triangular holes, slots, and the knuckle duster part. And so to experience the knife alone, I guess you could use it like this and just have this wagging out here. It actually does not feel that uncomfortable. I thought it would, but that kind of works for me somehow. Using the knife, it might give a lot of hot spots, but they've chamfered everything pretty well, so there's nothing really sharp with those triangles. It's a little weighted toward the back when you try to use it like this, but, you know, hey, let's check out the consistency. That is good. I don't feel any rolls, chips, or anything like that. And one thing I've noticed is way up here toward the top, you've got on both sides this little detent bearing shoved right in there, and that keeps the knuckle dusters closed. That's where it slips in, and there should be, corresponding holes for those on both sides as well. So that's how that works. There's something a little rattly in there. What is that? Maybe it's the spring. No, it's not the spring, because it has the same mechanism as the cicada. Oh, that's really hard to see. It's a piece of steel cut out in the liner. What is that? Well, maybe that would be a difference between the real and the fake. Less noise. Yeah, there's something in there banging around. Anyway, that is the third weird knife. We'll see you in the next episode.